Hey, boys are back, ready to tackle Africa. Wait, this card's in Africa, right? Oh, sorry, Australia.
Australia.
Yeah,
It is Australia, right?
yeah, Perth, Western Australia, with African people fighting.
The
Uh,
Afrikaans.
yeah, this is the Battle of the Africans. But before that, we'll touch real quick on a kind of weak card that was happening last week. Uh, Not kind of, definitely a weak card. Uh, but we just gotta review real quick here. Vegas 95, you went 1-2. One of your plays was canceled with Theo that he didn't fight. It ended up canceling. But you went 1-2 out of the 3 plays, minus 0.7 units, so nothing huge on loss. But the one you did get here was a parlay of Barlow, Chiepe, and Zalal at plus 130.
Hey.
And then the 2 you missed was Chelsea Chandler at plus 115. And then,
She got her ass beat. I mean,
yeah,
she missed weight by how many pounds? Was it 5 pounds?
Yeah, she's done so. She
Yeah,
wasn't supposed to be there at all. Like, it just didn't look right.
Yeah, it's crazy. That Queen Skyer finally got a win.
Yeah.
Santos.
Yeah, she just like picked her apart. But it was also like, if Yana was to fight anyone else, it was she wouldn't be as good. But like she had her way with Chelsea Chandler. Chelsea Chandler did have no answer. She sucked at everything. It was all bad. I mean, it was all bad. And then the other one you missed was the main event, Tybura plus 100.
Armbar.
That armbar, bro. Like Spivak, times have changed. He's definitely gotten better from the last time they fought. Yeah, man. And then for me, I went 2-2, plus 0.7 units. Nothing big. I did the 2 I got right was Carol Rosa, who I was big on. And she became a huge favorite, like closer to fight time. And Denise with the upset at plus 170 here. Man, that guy, I mean, he's one-dimensional, but he was able to stop some takedowns.
Yeah, until the last 2 minutes is where if he would have done that in the beginning, it would have been a wrap. But yeah, he's too athletic.
And it was just like Carl Williams is just, to me, very one-dimensional. So it's hard for him to be a huge favorite. But when you're a good wrestler, then usually you're going to be the favorite, in MMA. So, but yeah, we saw that come down. But that guy, he might be overhyped now that he's starting to, like do better. That's when once he becomes like a huge favorite, that's when you got to fade Denise, But for now, he's still cool. And then the 2 I got wrong were the 2 chicks, Chelsea Chandler as well, and then freaking Alan Carr looking disgusting, old, raggedy. She didn't even go for takedowns at the beginning, and then by the time she even tried to go for takedowns, she was already beat up, tired, so she couldn't do shit. She couldn't grab her at all. The other girl put on a clinic, beating her ass. So yeah, that was not a good one either. But yeah, we move on to a better event here, Australia UFC 305. Let's go, man. The return of Israel Adesanya against DDP. Bang. Man, this is the battle of, like they say, the real Africans, a Nigerian Australian versus a real South African from the motherlands. He says he breathes that African air, not like Adesanya.
No, yeah, this fight is long in the making. Plessis has been talking shit ever since he got in the UFC, saying he wanted to be the first true African champion. He tried to hate on Usman, Ngannou, and Adesanya back then. That's what kind of started the riff. We were actually at that fight, whether they had the little stare down and Izzy was saying the N-word to him and all that shit. But then the fight got derailed because was it Duplessis? That's what
he's injured.
That's what Izzy called him. Yeah, he had to pull out or something like that. And then yeah, of course, Duplessis, he fought Strickland and he got a close decision. A lot of people thought it could have been still Strickland. It was a good close ass fight. Strickland was piecing him up, standing, but then like the ground kind of won it for Duplessis, and also he cut Strickland hella bad. Yeah, man. Like you said, the return also from Stylebender should be motivated. I think we're gonna get a really good Izzy this weekend. A lot of like people have been making a big issue, or making not an issue, but like making putting the magnifying, saying that he's coming in like swole for this fight.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people have been saying that he's coming swole. How will that affect him? He's gonna have to wrestle this fight. Do Pussy is gonna try to grapple, and that's his easiest way to win this fight for sure.
Yeah,
but
he has to grapple. I mean, if he doesn't, then you're at Israel's game, and like even if
Well,
you could keep up, why do you want to do that? You know?
but then Strickland kind of showed, like, put that pressure on him and put fists in his face. Also, we don't know if Izzy was like, that fight was kind of sketch. Like he wasn't motivated for that. He got a DUI the week of the fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. This card's been kind of on the under. I don't know if it's because it's Australia or something, but I feel like the promotion or like I feel like nobody's kind of hyped for this. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe because they had two. I mean, I'm not trying to say UFC shouldn't make so many events because I enjoy it every week, but I feel like because they're making so many events, it's hard to promote because they try to promote each and every one of them, and it's like if it's weekly, then it's hard to give like the pay-per-views a full attention. You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't even pushing it even before this Vegas 95 card last week. So it's like
exactly like this one just crept up, and then I feel like last week's card was so terrible. Like, dude, like with the name value, like,
yeah,
who's gonna watch that and like so you can promote it and be like, hey, tune in this Saturday. We're doing 305. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's watching that shit because that card was horrible.
Yeah, especially if you're a casual and you're not like a hardcore MMA fan, like name value. Like if you look at the people fighting, like I'm gonna be honest, like, I know all these guys, we know all these guys, but like a regular casual that doesn't watch UFC every week is gonna be like, I know Izzy, I know Israel Adesanya maybe, and then he's like, who the fuck's everyone else?
Nah, straight up.
Yeah, Steve Ursig. Like,
this one's only strictly off the strength of Adesanya coming back.
Yeah, and he's in his part of town, part of the region in Australia. He's New Zealand, right? He's from New Zealand.
Yeah, he's from Nigeria, but yeah, he moved over to New Zealand. So yeah, he'd be like.
But this is the same, Kiwi type vibes.
Nah, for sure. And he's fought in Australia hella times.
Yep, that's the closest. They don't go to New Zealand as often. Australia is definitely more popular.
Isn't Australia where he did his it was at Marvel Stadium, right? Where he came in gigging and shit.
Like the dance crew shit?
Yeah, against Whitaker. Yep. That's when he won the belt.
Here's a crazy thing too, is they're doing them like they did England. So the time difference, they're doing it for US time.
Yeah, but I think for them at least it's like morning, afternoon, right?
Yeah, I heard that like one of the fights is gonna be like 5 a.m.
Oh, okay. Also from early.
But like, yeah, think about if you're like just a watcher, like a person that's going to the event, you're like, God damn. Well, am I supposed to pregame at 3 a.m. or like what are we doing here?
That shit would be kind of fun though.
I would fuck with it. I'm into that type of shit.
For sure would have to, if it wasn't Sunday the next day, or if it was Sunday, for sure would have to call out of work Monday.
Oh yeah.
Because that shit be like turning up, like you said, 5 a.m. or something like that. Like, oh shit.
Like the people passing out in England in their seats and shit. Just that's all funny. But yeah, let's get it started here, man. We got a first fight of the night. We got Stuart Nickel, also from Australia, against Jesus Aguilar from Mexico here. Yeah, man. Nickel is minus 225 here with the Jesus Aguilar plus 185. I believe the lines have moved. And Aguilar's closer to like a plus 200. But let's start with Stuart Nickel, man. I'm not very super familiar with his game. He's undefeated, like a prospect, probably out of the same camp here. I don't know where his gym is, but he's from Australia. But yeah, 29 years old, never lost, so it's hard to know what kind of competition he's fought. But look at the people, man. I mean, it's a no names and beat down promotion. I mean, that's like a no name promotion, you know.
Yeah.
Even though he's knocking everybody out, it looks like he's going to be more of a striker overall. But he has a couple submissions here. And then you got your boy from Noche, Jesus Aguilar. Was it Noche that he was the only Mexican to win that night?
To sleep somebody, right? No, that it was before Noche, right?
Oh.
When we went to
2. Let's see.
Who was that? Max Holloway versus or
it was Volkanovski, UFC 290.
Yeah,
he knocked out. I remember I had money on Shannon Ross, and I just remember everyone screaming when Shannon Ross got knocked out. I was like, damn it. And that's like, I'm not big on this fool. But yeah, he's also pretty good as far as record-wise. He has 2 losses, but only one in the UFC here against Tatsuro Taira, who's a super big prospect from Japan. And then before that, he beat Mateus Madonka, who was supposed to be a prospect from Contender Series, the guy with the blue hair, and he's like throws haymakers, but he ended up getting cut after he lost here. So I mean, Jesus Aguilar, it looks like he's been pretty much like outperforming what people expect of him. Like people don't expect much, but I just think in this situation here, I haven't fired on it, but I'm fading Jesus again, man. I think that knockout he had was just one of anomaly. I remember me breaking down this fight on we had a show on it on the Shannon Ross one. I was like, oh, he's never knocked anybody out before, and then all of a sudden he knocks out Shannon Ross. So
hey, but shit, I mean, a guy making his debut after never fighting like nobody like decent, like I don't know, he might be live.
oh, he's definitely live for sure. I wouldn't recommend. That's why I'm not firing on this. But if I had to pick, I'm going nickel. But yeah, it's hard to lay minus 230 or whatever on a guy that's never fought in the UFC, never fought any good competition. And to be honest with you, like, how do we feel about Australian MMA, bro? I mean, there are some good people, but like, let's look at the caliber. Like the best people. You got Robert Whittaker, and then you got Izzy from New Zealand. But like outside of that, I mean, there's some prospects, but there hasn't been like historical Hall of Famers yet, other than Izzy and Whitaker will be in there. But that's the part with me where I'm like, you got to watch these guys prove themselves first. Like, who did we mention? Jack Jenkins, right? Like he was a big prospect. He ended up losing, even though it was a freak accident on the broken arm. It's like anything can happen when you lay in these big numbers, and I'm not doing that with a rookie, So yeah, I feel you there. So it could be live. Jesus, he's a good wrestler and good grappler too. That's his specialty. So.
I'll just go with him too because he's Mexican. Shout out the Latino heat.
Next up here, we got Kanan Song against Ricky Glenn.
It's another stinky fight.
Turn to Ricky Glenn.
Song is a big favorite though, right?
Yeah, Song's about minus 230 right now. Ricky Glenn, you're looking at plus 190. Both guys are about 34, 35 years old, kind of making their return. And this fight will be at 170. So, but yeah, the Assassin 21-8. I mean, he's on a one-fight losing streak, but he's been fighting for a minute, and the people he's fought are pretty damn decent, man. He lost to Kevin Jousset, who, showed to be a really good prospect. Bedoya he beat, which I don't know how to rate that win because he didn't look so good last fight either. And then he lost to the Cuck Gary, and then our boy Max Griffin.
Yeah, he lost to Max, but then he went to go train with him too. I think he trains out of Sacramento now.
Oh yeah, that's good. But like the names he's fighting are like real names, people that been in the UFC or do really fight in the UFC for real. Whereas you got Ricky Glenn, who's also been in the UFC for a while, 22-8, 2-fight losing streak. And he's fought some decent competition. I mean, Drew Dober, Gagos here, draw against Dawson that was just pretty big. But at the same time, though, if you look at the full list, I mean, I don't think it's the same. I think one is greater than the other. That's why he's probably the favorite. Ricky Glenn's an underdog, and the other guy's a favorite. But I'm going with Song here. I mean, I don't love the line. I think it's down to minus 180 now. I'm not betting it, but yeah, I'm going with Song here to at least get the win.
Yeah, I'm going with Yellow Excellence too.
Yeah, just off pure resume, alone. Who else we got? I think they're going to build up better. I mean, those are decent opening fights. They're not too bad compared to what we just saw last week. Next up, we got Tom Nolan. Here's another prospect that Australia has. And you could tell they're kind of just like, feeding him up. But he's going against Alex.
Dominic Reyes' brother.
Alex Reyes, yeah. Older brother, right?
So, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a guy that's been around MMA for a minute, but hasn't really shown to be that great. But 7-1, Tom Nolan here, prospect, 24 years old, only man, very lanky, knockout guy. He only lost in his debut to Nicholas Mota, which was kind of a crazy one, but then he did recover against Victor Martinez. And I think here is just another easy fight. Let me tell you the odds. It's out of pocket right now. Tom Nolan's minus 1,500. When I was doing research, what's today? Monday? Yesterday was Sunday? Yeah, I was looking at it Sunday. He was minus 1,000. And now you're telling me minus 1,500? Yeah, that's a little too rich for my blood. To be honest, even in like a greasy parlay, it ain't going to help the parlay that much either at 1,500. But I think he wins. Let me see if the props are out. Because I think I like the knockout, obviously, but I doubt you're going to get good odds. Fuck. Tom Nolan by knockouts minus 475. Oh, hell no. Yeah. Pass. But yeah, I'm going Tom Nolan by knockout, by finish. You know, he's just going to beat his ass. But I guess we'll talk about Alex a little bit just so y'all can see the executioner. 13-4. He is Dom Reyes' older brother. Like you said, he's 37 years old off a 2-fight losing streak. He lost to Charlie Campbell by knockout in the first round. And then the last time he fought before that was 2017, where he lost to Mike Perry in the first round. So it's like, bro, what are you doing? What is going on? Anyways.
Damn. But next. That's crazy, though, Tom Nolan being minus 1,500.
Yeah, that's fucked up at the same time. You know, like, it's like he's shown that he can get knocked out. He's shown that so it's like, is he really worth that $1,500 price tag? Like, you know, I don't even have it off the top of my head, but what is minus 1,500 in odds or whatever? Let me see here. But yeah, do you think? What do you think about the brother though? I mean, why is he even fighting? A check?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, he looked like he had hella time off, and then that last fight was his first fight back. So I don't know, maybe life shit.
But, he needs money. Yeah, we all do.
Yeah. So we'll see. Like maybe this is his second fight to maybe get him in a a groove or something. But yeah, that's all bad.
Yeah, just to show you guys what I mean, I finally got it. A minus 1,500 means that he's implied probability, the break-even point would be a 93.75% win rate. So in order for you to even break even on your money, you'd have to win 94% of the time. So it's like with MMA, anything could fucking happen, right? Because it's like at the end of the day, the other guy is still a professional. You know, so it's not like he's never fought anyone before, but it's like, I can't bet it. I don't think he wins. I don't think he's even live to win, but still. Next up, we got another prospect here. We just mentioned him earlier, Jack Jenkins, fighting against another short notice fight. I think the original fight was against Gavin Tucker, which would have been a banger, like real competition. Now Jack Jenkins gets a freebie, right? And now they're both promoting these young Australian prospects, man. Yeah, your boy here is minus 550, Jack Jenkins. I think he's up to minus 800 right now, which is another huge line move. And he's coming off a loss on top of that. He just lost to Chepe, who is looked to be real good.
But that was like a hectic fight, and then he did one for that takedown, and Chepe like reversed, and he ended up breaking his arm. So that's
it was like a freak accident type of thing.
Well, because the way he defended it, the way he fell, it was But I mean, Herbert Burns, didn't he retire and he's back now? I feel like yes.
This is the little brother. We're talking about brothers now. This is the little brother of Gilbert Burns. Shout out to Dorino, who's not as good as Dorino at all. 11-5, man, 36 years old, 3 losses in a row. And here's a crazy thing, bro. He most recently lost to Julio Arce, but before that, where he was infamous, was the Bill Algeo fight when he lost from exhaustion. He was like just basically wanted to quit. He couldn't hang anymore because he was so tired. And it's like, bro, how are you grappling? And that's your specialty. You're going to grapple jiu-jitsu and you can't knock anybody out. So now you're exhausted. You're not doing shit, basically. So, yeah, this guy's, which is crazy. Look at the people. He beat Nate Landwehr, bro. Can you believe that? Like, if they had a rematch, bro, I can't even imagine. Yeah, I mean, same situation here. Like, I'm going, obviously, with the favorite, Jack Jenkins. He's up to minus 900 right now. It's kind of crazy. But you can throw in your greasy parlay, I guess, even then. But I think by KO is minus 225. Still real pricey for a specific, prop. But I think he definitely knocks him out. I don't think he's going to submit him. Anyways, we'll move forward with a better matchup here. What else we got? We got, our first chick fight here, baby. Horny fights. We got Casey O'Neill, King Casey against Luana Santos. Luana, if you guys remember, she just fought someone recently here. She just beat the now no longer part of the UFC, Maria Agapova, in the first round, so she didn't take any damage. And now she's fighting King Casey. She's also the favorite in a short notice going to Australia, bro. That's the part that's kind of scary. Odds wise, she is the favorite. She's minus 160. Casey's about plus 140. There's been a little bit of money on Los Santos, but there's some money coming back the other way on King Casey here. Santos, everyone knows her. She just did a video with Nina Drama where they were doing some Brazilian dances and shit like that. Y'all can check that out. She's a grappler. Her striking did look better against Maria Agapova, but then again, it's Maria Agapova, who obviously is not a UFC caliber fighter. We found out. And look at this resume, bro. I mean, you fight who you fight, but the last 3 fights in the UFC: Juliana Miller, Stephanie Egger, and then Maria Agapova. It's like I can't find a good thing for her. And look at this loss right here. See here, Jenna Bishop. That's who just got knocked out by my girl Ditcheva, however you say her name, from PFL, right? So, I mean, if you're losing to her by decision, kind of sketch as well. King Casey, she's been disappointing prospect for sure. 9-2, man, but she's still only 26 years old. She's mostly a grappler. She'll throw some strikes, but mainly to do the ground and pound, right? That's kind of her thing. She lost to Ariane Lipsky and Jennifer Maya, and then she beat Roxanne Modaffari and Antonina Shevchenko. Look at that. She even fought Shannon Dobson, who also beat Maria Agapova, by the way, before she retired. But I would say just resume-wise, Casey's fought in better competition, especially the last 2 fights that she lost. She
hasn't fought in a minute, though, right?
Nah, yeah, she got injured and stuff, and she had to take a break. Last time she fought was in December of 2023. So it hasn't been quite a year, but almost a year. So it's been a while, but now it's in her neck of the woods. For me, as much as I don't want to say a fan, but I like Luana Santos as a marketing person, as a good looking type of vibe going on to MMA. I'm going with Casey O'Neill here. I think at plus 140, there's definitely value. She did not take it on short notice. Better resume. She's going to be a grappler. I know the other girl's a BJJ specialist, but I think the ground and pound and the wrestling is going to be on the side of Casey O'Neill here, as long as she's not on her back. If she's on her back, it might be an issue. But
this is like a make it or break it fight for her. 2 losing streak. You know what I mean, against the up and comer. I'm gonna just have to go with Casey O'Neill. She's the one that's with Drakkar Close too, right?
Is she? No, that's what's her name? Fuck. That's a white lady.
Oh yeah, another
American white lady. Casey. I think her name's Casey too.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a big fight, like you said. But I'm gonna have to go with the Brazil.
Yeah, I think. I mean, in my brain, if I feel like the UFC prefers Luana, like they're kind of giving her that push. If she could do another good fight, because she could be a fan favorite as far as like a Brazilian fan favorite, man.
For sure.
Next up, we got a nice. I like this fight here. A nice featherweight fight. We got a Peso Pluma fight. I just learned it meant featherweight, by the way. So, Josh Culibao against Ricardo Ramos. Culibao, even though he's Kuya and he's Pinoy, he is from Australia. He's one of those Pinoys.
He's coming off a close fight too, where he took the L, right? Isn't he on 2 fight losing streak?
Yep, 11-3, 2-fight losing streak. Man, he lost to Danny Silva by split. I remember. I think we both were on Culibao there. And then he lost to Lerone Murphy it was a unanimous decision, but he did put up a good fight against Lerone Murphy, who's undefeated and a prospect, So, but the Danny Silva one was a little disappointing. I think, he lost as a favorite, which was kind of sucky. Whereas Ricardo Ramos here, 16-6, still pretty young, 29 years old, also 2-fight losing streak. Well-rounded fighter, but obviously BJJ. But he got subbed by Julia Arosa. I remember this. I bet on fucking Ricardo Ramos.
Yeah.
And Arosa came through with the choke out, beat his ass, and then also got choked out by Charles Jourdain, which is lightweight.
He's got choked out twice. Yeah, this is I gotta go with the Kuya, but I feel like it's gonna be an upset. I don't know, but I gotta go with
It's funny you
Culibao.
I also like Culibao as well, but as far as money goes, the money has been coming in on Ricardo Ramos as an underdog.
Yeah.
When I was looking at this, Culibao was like minus 170, and now he's minus 140. So there's money coming in, but I think, if the money keeps coming in, Cool about, I mean, at a cheap price at minus 140, I don't think it's too bad, man. I just think he's going to be the better striker, obviously not the better grappler, but he has the advantage of being home. And I think that trip to Australia is tough, bro. Like, it's damn near, I think, the furthest point you could travel to, at least from the United States. So it's out there. The time difference, all that stuff matters. And we see that it does matter, all the travel stuff.
Yeah, you make a good point about him being in Australia. I forgot about that, like you just said in the beginning. But yeah, I gotta go with the Kuya, man. We gotta get some lechon going.
Some lechon on Saturday. Okay, next up, man, we got another. He's also Australian. I did not know. Well, he's not like Australian, but he's from Australia. But I think he's a Samoan or something. I don't know. Junior Tafa. He is the juggernaut, the brother of. There's a lot of brothers here. The brother of Justin Tafa. Wait, no.
Also, this is his last fight. He got his ass kicked, right?
Yeah. So if you remember this guy, he actually took the spot of his brother.
Yeah.
in UFC 298 Volkanovski Topuria card, where he lost to Marcos Rogerio de Lima. It was leg kicks to ground and pound, so he was getting his leg fucked up.
Yeah, and then he took an L to Muhammad Usman. That's a red flag.
Red flag. Wrestling guy though. Usman's a guy.
Yeah, but he don't ever use it. It's all just like the mid brother. It's like the mid brothers. Look, this guy
against another brother
who got his ass.
Walter Walker. This guy has the worst name, the Clean Monster, bro. What the fuck? I mean, he's physically more imposing than. Well, that's not true. Johnny Walker's just slimmer, but
he got whooped on though. Like, yeah, who did he lose to? I forgot.
Yeah, most recently he lost to Lucas Bresky.
See, and that guy looked like he was weak. So yeah, I don't know.
Hey, and look at this. Also, Walter Walker was minus 250 against Bresky and lost. So that's a red flag for sure. He's trying to bounce back here, but look at the odds right now. Originally, it opened up as a pick'ems, I believe. But right now, money's coming on Junior Tafa, so he's about minus 135 or so. Walker's plus 115. I'm going to tell you now, some of that money's mine. I agree with the money move. I know Justin Tafa is not well-rounded. His kryptonite is, wrestling guys. He's very one-dimensional, just like his brother. But I'm taking another shot on him, man. I cannot – it's not a big enough dog for me to think it's juicy to put out money on a Walker brother after seeing all this. And then losing a Bresky, bro, like that don't sound good to me. Exactly. Maybe if you gave me like a plus 200, plus 250, then I'll take Walker. But at damn near close, almost a pick'ems, yeah, I'm going Junior Tafa here.
Junior.
What's his knockout prop here?
What about submission?
Junior Tafa?
Mm-hmm.
Submission is plus 2,000.
Holy shit.
It's the least likely outcome other than a draw out of any outcome there is. Walter Walker grapples more, so his submission's at plus 900.
Yeah, they both were fucked up.
Yeah, but Tafa by KO is plus 125. I mean, to be honest, I might split my bet on that, at minus 135, because like Tafa's not going to win by submission. He's never going to go for a submission. But I think if he wins, he has to win by KO, right? Like that's kind of his only path to figure. I mean, decisions out there too, but I don't think neither of these guys are wanting to go to decision or plan on going to decision.
Yeah, this is gonna be a cutty fight. Yeah, I would just go with the homie Tafa just because I can't trust the Walker brothers, like you said. Tafa brothers are sketch too, so shit.
Oh no, they're 100% sketch for sure. If Walker takes him down, it's chopped. I don't think Tafa's getting back up.
You never know
until the rounds if he survives an hour.
Yeah, you're right. Damn. Yeah, it's gonna be a sketch fight.
Yeah.
This is an interesting fight right here.
This is a banger, man. We got Yellow Excellence making his return. Jing Liang Li or Li Jing Liang, however you say their names, backwards or forwards. 19-8, making his return. He is 36 years old. I mean, I know he's Asian, so he don't necessarily look the oldest.
He hasn't fought in hella long.
Yep, hella long. He's never been knocked out. Okay, so he's very durable. And yeah, last time he fought was in September of 2022. So it's been almost 2 years. And he lost a split decision to D-Rod. So Daniel Rodriguez, and then before that he beat Muslim Salikov, and then lost to Kamzat.
Yeah, I think he didn't he break his back or something like that, or what was it?
Yeah,
Or
I think it's
knee?
a severe back injury.
Yeah, man, this is gonna be
Tough.
Yeah, he was on a little tear for a minute trying to get it going, and then yeah. Last fight I thought he went to against Rodriguez. It was a close fight. But then this guy, Carlos Prates from the Contender Series, been having an eye on him. He's 31, so he's not like a spring chicken, but he's been fighting in his shows. Like he already has that veteran shit. Like his last fight, he slept dude, and also he smoked cigarettes. So I gotta go with this one.
First thing he did after he won was he had to go out for a smoke.
A stogie.
Yeah, like that's cool. Can you imagine just knocking someone out real quick and just be like, I gotta just smoke this?
I guess
off.
he was just out there because like the UFC, I guess they be kicking out the fighters like after the fight.
Hell yeah, that's whack.
That's
First of all,
grimy.
UFC.
They don't even
That's
give
grimy.
him like tickets like to go watch it. They just be like, "Oh yeah, you got to go" or some shit.
Yeah, like I forgot what podcast it was, but what they should have done is what they used to do, like way back in the day. They used to have like a green room or a locker room where like the fighters after they're done with their fight could go in there and eat food and like just watch,
probably
just
fighting or some shit,
talking shit and too much drama.
Or then that was probably, it was like a different era too. Well, I think it's always happened, but yeah, that shit's hilarious.
Yeah, Dana White, come on, man. We talk about all this pay and stuff. Like the least you can do, bro, is just let them be in like a locker room to watch it on a monitor or a TV. Okay, god damn, bro, that shit is cold. Y'all kick Johnny Walker out on the streets with his underwear. Fool didn't have shoes on, bro.
That's an infamous video.
What's his name was calling out? You know that new Talbot is his name? Peyton Talbot.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, he was like, did you know they didn't even give tickets?
The pole dancer.
Yeah. Oh man, fuck Dana White, man. He's cool, but still. Yeah, man, I'm with you here. Like, and I'll mention the odds here because I know Prates is kind of a big favorite. Prates is a minus 330 right now, bruh. Zhang Liang is plus 275. Pretty crazy. Money steaming in on Prates. I agree. You know, it sucks because I don't think the line should be this wide. But at the same time, it's like, how can you think that Zhang Liang's going to win when he's 36, coming back off a 2-year layoff, back surgery? And with back surgery doesn't mean you feel 100% good after the surgery. You know, it's like it's your back. It's just like you're feeling better, but it's still not meant to go in a fight, I believe. You know, like that's crazy to put your body through. So can't do it.
What's Prates by like TKO knockout?
Prates by KO is minus 130.
Damn.
So it's still a juice, but still, I mean.
What's Zhang Liang by decision?
Plus 575.
I mean, I think if there wins, if he could like say he looks like his old self, if he can go in there and like, you know, grapple and against the cage, but I don't know. Prates' paws is like he's hella long and like lanky, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is just gonna be more making this guy a contender, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's like you said, it's just the odds suck, but it's just hard to you gotta see it with Zhang Liang first when he comes back. You know, layoffs mean something.
Yeah, and then 2 years fighting a guy who's like on a rocket ship right now. Yeah, it's kind of just like it's like the perfect, like, you know, just feeding him and catapulting him to the next step to maybe start fighting like top 15,
exactly,
top 10, top 20. Because what is he ranked? 23,
33 right now, welterweight, and then
he's 45. Yeah, so if he can go out there and do like another crazy knockout or something, they got to give him a top 20 or something.
Yeah, hopefully that guy, maybe he'll show up something else other than just knockout power. But he is a Muay Thai fighter, so he's just
knockouts all day, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Speaking of knockouts, we got some big boys here, man. We got Tai Tuivasa. She'll back at home in Australia. He's not gonna have to go nowhere. And then we got Biggie Boy Jairzinho Rozenstruik. So 2 strikers. They're finally giving someone that doesn't wrestle to Tuivasa. But Tuivasa is an underdog here at plus 160. Rozenstruik's minus 185. You got the crowd favorite here, 14-7. 4 losses, man. He's only 31 years old. He's lost to Tybura, Volkov, Sergey Pavlovich, and Cyril Gane. I mean, it's a great list.
Guy's a banger, bro. But if the thing is, once he gets past that threshold, that where he he tries to sleep you, and then all of a sudden he gets taken down. It's over. But I guess against Rosenstruck, that that I feel like Rosenstruck, he never grapples. You know what I'm saying? Biggie
Yeah,
Boy, he don't ever grapple. I feel like he's gonna try to either finish him because Biggie Boy for sure got the crisper hands, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But Ty got that shoey power, you know what I'm saying? Then at home, it's always a little worth a sprinkle for Ty, but I feel like Biggie Boy can get it done, especially after that Gaziev fight. He looked good. But then the thing is, the Gaziev was a grappler and he couldn't grapple. And that's why he got his ass pieced up.
picked
But then,
apart. Yeah,
so then I feel like at least with the Ty, if he could get him out there early, because the thing, Shuivasa is a motherfucker. That first 2 minutes,
he don't give
like
a
even the
fuck
fight with Tybura, he split that fool's ugly haircut looking ass up in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Nasty cut
until he got
took him
taken down.
Exactly.
Retired.
And in this fight, it might not happen. But what's Shui by knockout?
Tuivasa by knockouts plus 225.
Yeah, I would probably just go bet on that. Because like you said, throw some pizza money on that for sure. But
It's like the only way he wins, right?
yeah, I mean, because he's doof, man. He hasn't won in a minute, bro. So it's like, come on, you got at home too. You got to get this one. But then, what's his name's a beast too.
Yeah,
But then Jairzinho's hella spotty though. Like sometimes
he
he looks
definitely
good,
is.
sometimes looks like shit.
Both guys are kind of spotty in their records. Hey, the money's been coming in on Rosenstruck. He's minus 220.
What's Rosenstruck by TKO knockout?
That's minus 160.
Damn.
Yeah, so and the under and over is at 1.5 at under minus 210. So, they're thinking this is going to end quickly, which, to be honest with you, I mean, it makes sense because two of us is not even going to want to fight 3 rounds. Like, if he's not winning by the second round, like, this fool's just going to just collapse and just be down to get fucked up.
He's always game, though. Like, he's in there till, they finish his ass.
Yeah, like, he's down to throw himself in the fire, even if he gets knocked out. So, but yeah, man, I'm not going with the under at that juice here. I mean, breaking down the fight, Rosenstruck, like you said, like way crisper hands, way better striker, skill-wise, technical-wise. Neither guy has any ground game, but if I had to pick who's going to be a better wrestler, it's probably Rosenstruck, but not by much. But yeah, man, it's just like, is this a trap line? Like, I don't love Tuivasa because of the things you've seen him do, but it's like at plus money at home against an opponent that is almost like a step down. Oh, maybe not a step down from Tybura, but like a step down in the sense of like compared to Cyril Gahn, compared to like Sergey Pavlovich, even Volkov. Like I think Rosenstruck's a level down from those guys, So I guess I'm going hot take here, kind of, or public kind of name, but I'm going Shuivasa. I just think that the line is too wide. Like I think Rosenstruck should be the favorite, but I have him closer to like a minus 150, 160. So at minus 220, yeah, I'm not laying that with Rosenstruck, bruh. Not in the heavyweights and not with Rosenstruck. So for the value, I'm going to Tuivasa as well, but I'm not feeling as awesome about it though. But yeah, definitely probably sprinkle on it. Next up, we're getting to more of the main card here. We got Mateus Gamrot against Dan Hooker.
Man,
this is a good one.
This is a big fight for Hooker to sneak into like top 5, top 10. Hooker, he's a beast. The thing, what's the name? What's Gamrot's last fight?
Yeah, Gamrot 24-2. He's 33 now, so he's never been finished. In his last fight, he beat Dos Anjos,
which Dos Anjos was having luck, but then he kept getting taken down because Dos Anjos, he shouldn't be fighting 170. Oh, this is 155 though, right?
They're going to be fighting at 155.
Yeah.
If you remember Fiziev, he beat Fiziev from that leg injury.
Yeah, Fiziev haven't fought since.
Yeah, which is crazy, man, because I was really hyped on his hype train for a minute, and that thing just derailed everything.
That's how it be, man. That's why I don't be in the hype trains, man. Fiziev, Kamza, it's like, yo, relax. Connor was the only one that was like fulfilling shit. I was like, God damn it. Once I started liking him to win, that's when he started losing.
Yeah, I never was on because I didn't watch hardcore until Diaz and him fought the first time.
Yeah,
and that was when I was watching like every single week, like religiously. But yeah, like the hype trains, like I'm only on a few hype trains. Like there's certain hype trains that I like to hype up, and then I'm gonna fade them when it's over hype time. But Fiziev was one of those guys that's looking good quickly. Then Jalen Turner, man, these are big names that he's beating. Jalen Turner by split, like. Jalen Turner's real, like a good prospect. Like, I guess not really a prospect.
It's the grappling. It's Gamrot's grappling is like, you know what I'm saying? That fight with was it Dariush or no? I'm
The
tripping.
one he lost,
Yeah, yeah, that
he
was
lost to
like that
Dariush.
was a knock him down, drag him fucking crazy fight, bro. Like that was an insane fight, but that's his pressure. But the thing that sucks is when you fight somebody with good stand up, it kind of like messes him up. But I feel like
Like
Hooker,
Hooker.
But Hookup has good stand up, but Hooker has some good grappling too. But the only thing that Hooker's coming off of a big shoulder surgery, right?
Yeah, let's see
Like
here.
he hasn't fought in a while.
23-12, man. Let's see if he comes in blonde. He's pretty well rounded, but definitely he prefers
Yeah,
striking.
and then see, we were at this fight where Turner was winning, and then all of a sudden Hooker just he does that. He got that thing where he just digs in and like it's like killed or be killed, and that's how he ended up winning that fight.
And this one here, if you remember 2022, I remember I believe I was on Claudio Puelles against him, where Dan Hooker
Same.
knocked him out. And
Yeah,
this is a grappler. This is an example of someone that wrestles and grapples and
but the thing
BJJ.
is, the grappling is way different though. That Puelles just has that little drop down to my back, and you know what I'm saying, go for the like try to get that knee bar. Mateus Gamma is coming at you 110% the whole fight. He's like a
Yeah.
bigger version of Marab Devashvili.
Yeah, he's a chain grappler, right? Like chain wrestling, pieces it together.
That's what I'm
Whereas
saying.
Puelles was like, let me try to roll into something, and then let me try to grab your leg and try to sweep you. Type of more BJJ, that type
Yeah,
of stuff. So
but the thing is, Hooker got that power in his hands, and he's big too. You know what I'm saying? Dos Anjos was having good success, like with Gamrot, like standing. That's why Gamrot had to take it down. And think about his Hooker's gonna be like kind of bigger. So I think what's Hooker? What is he
let me
plus
give you the
what?
odds because this might change the way you look at it. You got Mateus Gamrot is minus 330 right now, and Hooker's plus 270.
Yeah, there's what's Gamrot by decision.
Gamrot decision is minus 150, so most likely outcome. He's a
And
decision guy.
exactly, what's Hooker by TKO?
Plus 800.
Wow, I would sprinkle some on that. I think there's value for sure on Hooker.
Yeah, I
But
think that KO is definitely his best path to victory.
the
I
thing
think.
is, it's all about if he could keep it standing. You know what I'm saying? And like, if he could keep it standing, I think he washes him. So, but Gamrot, like I said, he's the tenacious. Well, like you said, the chain wrestling and stuff like that. Too bad this isn't a 5-round fight. If this was a 5-round fight, it would be really interesting. Like it would be even more interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
Hooker be in dog fights. Like it's like Poirier, that fight where he turned to a zombie. Like that was crazy.
and he's fought pretty much a lot of the top guys in the division when he did lose.
Yep.
Islam,
Arnold.
Chandler, Poirier. Yeah, so you can't hate on that. Whereas the Gamrot resume it's
It's
not bad
not.
at
It's
all.
there too though. He's
Look
fought
at he
more
beat
guys.
Armin Sarukian.
Yep.
That's a big name that he beat. So it's like he holds his own. But do I think he should be a minus 330 in Australia against Dan Hooker? Probably not. I do think Gamrot probably wins by decision. That's not a hot take. But as far as like value goes, like you mentioned, like Dan Hooker might be the value side, bro. Like no way do I think that he should be a plus 270, 275. Like, maybe he should be like a plus 180,
Yeah.
Something like that. But that's what I got it at. So I guess for the who I think wins, I'll go Gamrot, but I'm not telling everyone to bet your money because Hooker's definitely live, and if you're gonna sprinkle on anything, that might be a good look. Next up, man, we got is this a co-main event, right? Yep, the co-main event at 125. We got Kai Kara-France, the return against another Australian bro, Steve Urseg. Shout out Steve.
Steve Urseg was looking good against what's that guy's name? Against the champ, Pantoja. My bad.
Yep, Astro Boy here, 12-2. He's
The
still
only
young,
thing
just getting in his prime.
what was
Okay.
winning him that fight was the what was winning Pantoja that fight was the grappling. Because on the stand, I feel like the striking, Ursig was going off. And against Kai Kara-France don't got no grappling like that. He for sure, but he has that KO power. We can sneak in and like sleep Ursig, but I don't know. I think Ursig's he's gonna be too tall for him.
Yeah, man, and Urseg is a pretty big favorite here. Urseg's about not too. He's minus 160 right now. Kai Kara France is plus 140. So money's coming in on. Oh wow, just changed as I'm speaking right now. Money's coming in on Kai Kara France, man. I don't know if they know, but right now Usyk just moved to minus 155, and Kai Kara France is plus 135. So people like Kai Kara France as a dog, man.
And I don't know. I feel like Usyk coming off of that title fight that showed him, like, everybody was like, "What the fuck is he doing fighting for the title?" And then he went in there and looked solid. I think he's gonna get it done. Especially Kai hasn't fought in a while, and in his last fight he did get robbed. I was juiced because I had picked Albazi, but I think he did get robbed for sure.
Hey, shout out to Albazi, man. Got his
Yeah.
autograph.
when was this fight?
Albazi was in June of 2023, so over a year ago.
See, that's the thing. They both haven't fought since, because Amir Albazi hasn't fought since, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. And then before that was Brandon Moreno. He lost,
Yeah,
which was like respectable.
Which he was piecing up Moreno though, and then Moreno took him down.
Yeah. These 3 fights that he did win were impressive. The one that impressed me with the Askar Askarov, never heard from him again, but Askarov was supposed to be a prospect. I don't know if he got injured or whatever the situation is.
Hey, for real, what happened to him?
Yeah, man. This fool was supposed to be a prospect. What happened to this fool? He ain't got a visa or something? Like, he's fighting in the ACA or whatever. Like, what's going on, bro? But anywho, Garbrandt and Ruggiero Bontorin, like, these are decent names that he's beaten. But like you said, like, I don't think the gap is as big as I originally expected, because I do like the Usyk side, and I'm liking it more now that he's cheaper. But I think this is going to be a good matchup for him, because good matchup as in competitive, because both guys are strikers. I mean, Kai Kara France is more of a striker, very fast, very quick, but like you said, they don't got the size as Usyk. And I think if Usyk could mix up some grappling with his striking, I think it's going to do him some justice. But Kai Kara France, even though he's not a grappler, he's a good scrambler. Like, he's gotten out of some positions before. He's very quick. It's hard to hold these 125-pound guys down at your size, whereas like heavyweights, one guy goes down, he's never getting up. So,
but I think Ursula's just going to pick him apart with like the kickboxing, the way he was doing, because he was getting Pantoja, and Pantoja just had the better grappling.
Yeah, you could argue Ursula had his chance to win,
because some people even thought that Usyk might have like pulled that one out. When was that fight? Was that at the Kobe Covington? Oh
shit!
Well, that was his own main event in Brazil, right?
That was at 301 in Brazil. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they just do it. Yeah, man. I think Usyk's live. What's Usyk by TKO or decision?
Usyk by KO. That's a good look. Let's see. Usyk KO plus 650. That's pretty juicy. I like that.
And then decision?
Decision is plus 115, the most likely outcome.
Yeah. I think
Kai Kara France plus 235 by decision too. You like that?
Yeah, I think Kai would have to knock him out. What's Kai by knockout?
Kai knockout. They like that one. That is plus 550.
So you hit the. I hate when he be doing that shit.
Oh, when he does like the little warrior, the
haka shit. Yeah, I'd be like, this little motherfucker, bro. Yeah, because he does a hella
white Umaga, white bloodline.
He's doing a hella like crucial too, so it's just hella funny. But yeah, man. If you rewatch that Pantoja fight, I think Usyk was almost gonna knock his ass out in that fight, but due to the grappling, he was able to survive. So I think maybe that KO might be cool. I'm a sprinkle on
juicy
that.
Ones for sure. This is gonna be a good fight. I just can't. Yeah, like you said, I don't know why. I mean, somebody probably knows something I don't know, but why people shoot on Kai, but like
it's also because it's a home team too. It's in Australia. Oh, you said
they're both from Australia.
Yeah, you're right. That's why I was about to take my shit back, but I don't know. I think City Kickboxing. I think they're gonna go the top dogs. Who is it? Kai Kara and Dan Hooker. I don't know.
You're missing one guy that we're going to talk about next too.
Might have to fade him. I don't know. We'll see if they are 0-3 or 1-2.
I'm naturally fading him. I didn't think about it, but we'll talk about this next one then. Main event, man. This is obviously a banger. Return of one of the future Hall of Famer Israel Adesanya. Man, they got the Nigerian flag here, but he's from Australia or New Zealand, right?
Yeah, he's born in Nigeria.
Some New Zealand. Sorry, he's from.
Yeah,
He's
born in
born Nigeria,
Nigeria. Then his family like moved over to
New
New
Zealand.
Zealand. So, but he reps like like New Zealand. He got the accent and everything. So
Yeah, man. He's 24-3. Obviously, a lot of people, we all know him, man. The last style bender. He's been around for a minute, only still 35 years old, getting older, but still knockout. He's obviously a striker. You don't got to go too much about it. The question is, how much has he been training the grappling?
Hey, no, he's a student of the game, bro, and his grappling has been like
better,
solid against people. Like I guess it's when he gets against like bigger people. I want to say where he gets kind of fucked up like, against Jan Blachowicz. You know what I'm saying? Perfect example.
Yeah, he took down Pereira. You remember?
Well, Pereira, that's not too much of a feat, but yeah, Driscoll's not bigger than Izzy. Then like we were talking about that big Izzy's been bulking up for this fight. Pause. Like if you've been looking at, they've been emphasizing that he's like swoller now and stuff like that. How's that going to affect him? I feel like the year off was probably good for him, good for his psyche. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know what he was going through against the Strickland fight. If he was motivated or not. Wasn't that in Australia also?
Let me see here. That was at 293.
In Australia, right?
293 was in Australia. Oh yeah, you're right. In Sydney, Australia.
So the return, like there was. See, this is cool about for Steinman. They just use him out there a lot because he's from that area, kind of. And then, but yeah, that fight. How motivated was he? He got a DUI the week of the fight that came out later. So you know what I'm saying?
That was a big one too.
Yeah, so he's turning up. Was he even training? Ended up getting cracked in the fight and then could never recover. Against Driscoll, though, he's gonna he's for sure gonna try to grapple for this fight, which that's how I feel like he can get him out of there. But shit, man, you Stylebender at like -115. I gotta go with Stylebender.
Yeah, he was actually a bigger favorite too. DDP was actually a dog.
Yeah,
now it's about pick'ems.
Yeah, I mean, because man, the things the one that shocked me for Driscoll was the fight against Robert Whitaker. How he just got him out of there like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody does like that to Whitaker. And then we seen it
I was
live
hyped because I was betting on DDP at +300 something,
and he TKO'd him. That was crazy, and that's when Stylebender got in the fight. So the thing is, he been calling for this fight. It was supposed to happen. We talked about it earlier. I think it was supposed to happen, but the pussy pulled out.
Yeah,
like we said earlier, and yeah, we finally get it, bro. And I think it's gonna be interesting to see Stylebender. I think he gets this one back, but.
No pressure for him. He's not even the champ, so now he's the challenger.
But I'm not surprised if Du Plessis win just because he got that grappling in his back pocket, and if he could like even just try to hold Stylebender down, put him against the cage, and make it like boring and stuff like that, just wear him out. Especially if, like we said, Stylebender is coming in like heavy now. Like how will that affect him or getting tired, not fighting for a year? Like you said, has he been grappling or not? Yeah, but I gotta go with Izzy. And then it was like not easy by TKO.
By TKO. Oh, by the way, I just saw your message now. Do you have a recording box on top?
Nah, it's not in here. Like how it says like when we finish it, go like 99% is done. It's not on there.
Oh, okay, not that, but like I don't see that. But do you see?
Yeah, it's recording at the left corner.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool. So that's good then. What'd you say? DD Israel by what?
Knockout TKO.
Izzy by knockout is +300.
Hey, right now. I think he has to get one for this. What about decision?
Decision would be +200. So they're saying that's the most likely outcome for in general. Actually, they have Izzy +200 by points is the most likely outcome, which is pretty crazy. Man, I'll tell you this right here, man. This is crazy. I actually already bet on this. I got DDP and still at plus money here, but even at pick'ems, I think it's cool. I mean, I originally when they scheduled this fight in my head, I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna take Izzy because I thought he was gonna be a big underdog, or not big, but like maybe like a +140, 150, maybe even 160, something like that. And when I saw that, DDP was the underdog, I was like, just based on my ride of DDP this whole time, I got to keep going. I know they're in more of the Israel Adesanya region, but here's the thing: there's too many unanswered questions for me that makes me unsure about Izzy versus DDP has already answered some of the questions. As far as like Izzy could definitely win. I mean, he's legendary, so it's going to be a good fight. I just think well-roundedness, DDP obviously, like you said, has the grappling, has the clinching. I think he has the almost like the thickness and size. You know, his cardio is just as good as Izzy's. And the thing is, the striking, Izzy has the advantage. He's obviously, you know, long, lankier, way better. He's a kickboxer, you know, but I think DDP striking is not that bad, and I think he could try to keep up with it. And if he happens to get rocked, he always has that grappling to resort to. So the question is does Izzy stop his takedowns? Does he stuff the takedowns? Because if he does, then obviously his chances of winning goes up exponentially.
Yeah, I think he has to finish him early too.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, it's just hard because we've seen, and you know, you're not supposed to bet on this type of stuff, but like you see DDP being good, that's more recency bias, and then you see Izzy in his last fight was tough to watch. It was frustrating to watch as an Izzy fan, you know, like, I mean, I like Strickland too, but like just watching the fight, you know, it's Izzy. It's like, how's this man outstriking you and you're not even putting up a fight? like it's just chopped all around.
That's another thing, bro. If he shows up like that, it's an automatic L.
Oh, he's going to sleep.
You know what I mean? Like he's gonna get beat down all fight, but that's why he might be reinvigorated for this. Like he might have, like, you know, because I guess he said he only has maybe like
a few more fights,
2, 3, 4 fights or something like that. I seen a good take by Brendan Schwab earlier where he said that Izzy will probably he can win this fight and then beat Strickland. That then maybe he fights like Pereira at 205 or some shit and then just retires or something like that. I was like, I can see that.
That's a tough route though.
But the thing is, easy. It is. But like in the beginning, it was like we thought Izzy was supposed to win those fights easy against Plessis in the first one, and then against Strickland too. You know what I'm saying? I was like automatically, I was like, oh, he's gonna finish him. Like I thought he was gonna do the way Poetan. You know what I'm saying? Just get him out of there quick. But nah.
Yeah, no, I remember how many parlays had fucking Izzy on there at the time as an anchor, and Strickland was a big underdog, you know. So it was like, what the fuck? How could Strickland do this? And he took Strickland took the fight at short notice because DDP got injured. So it's like, bro, you went to Australia and beat Izzy in short notice and became a champion. It's like the underdog story of America, but then he just like fucked his own opportunity up, and now Strickland's got fucked basically. Mm-hmm. Like how Strickland the champ loses the belt in a close fight, that some people argued that Strickland actually won, and now you're not even giving Strickland a shot or like anything.
He's gonna get the winner of this.
Yeah, he said he was gonna wait out, right? Like
that's why he didn't want to fight Whitaker, and then so he's gonna fight the winner of this fight, which it makes sense too for him. You know what I mean? It should have been an automatic rematch
because he got screwed on the last fight, right? Like the Paulo Costa fight, like he had to fight Paulo Costa. Even though he didn't need to, like
and that fight was a weak ass fight because Costa was on some bullshit.
Like, what's new? You know,
so but I mean, the thing is, at least for this fight, either rematch is gonna sell because you have rematch versus DDP and then rematch versus Stylebender. You know what I'm saying, for Strickland. So that's an automatic thing.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be hyped for whoever Strickland fights. It's gonna be a good matchup regardless of which one he fights.
Yeah.
But then it's gonna be like if it's Izzy versus Strickland again, then it just things change since the last time they fought. You know, it's just like, damn, we just saw the ass beating. It's like, can Izzy really come back from that, like against the same person? But we'll see. Yeah, man, let's go to best bets here. Let's try to get some Aussie money here. Let's see. You want me to go first or?
I could go first because I've been on the L's. I'm gonna do a straight up bet, just Adesanya.
Izzy, okay, at so minus 105 right now. Oh, minus
115.
115. Yep.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna do a parlay with Prates.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is fucking
Jenkins.
Hey, I guess I could do Prates, Jenkins. And damn, I just do them too. Because then I want to do what's his name, Usyk by or Hooker by TKO.
Ooh, Hooker KO TKO. What was that one? Let's see. Hooker KO is plus 800.
Yeah, I'm just chasing on that one. But I feel like
that's value right there for sure.
because Gamrot's gonna be doing that chain shit. It's all about Hooker could do like the way he did against Jalen Turner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't see Hooker winning a decision against Gamrot, really. Maybe 3 rounds is possible, but.
And then I want to do last one. We'll do a random with Kulabau, Steve Erceg.
Kulabau, yep.
Yeah, and that's it.
All right, let's go. All right, for me, I'm starting out. I'm going the opposite of that first, the main event, because I DDP minus 105 right now.
Hey,
let's see who we got here.
DDP.
Bang. Damn. Oh yeah, Junior Tafa. I'm gonna go with Junior Tafa here. He's minus 135 right now. It's kind of a limit. I think minus 140 is the most I'd play on that. Tafa is 135. Then we got I'm gonna go with Casey O'Neill here, plus 140. More sketchy chick fights. And then last but not least here, I'm not going to give you guys any of that the too juicy, but I definitely might put a juicy, greasy parlay together. I'm having all the fights, man. I feel like we talked a lot about fights, and then now it's not hella fights.
Yeah, that's how it was for me. Just looking at it, it was like, well, it's a lot of fights, but it's like, what do you want to really like? What would you really bet?
Yeah, because a couple of them are like so big of favorites that you're just like, the fuck.
But then also it's like, yeah, it's just that's the way the game goes.
I guess I'm going Steve Erceg here. He's at minus 155 right now. I think that's good. I'm going with Erceg here, minus 155. Oh yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I'm gonna be. This is the 1 week I'm gonna be watching some of the prelims, and then I'm gonna have to watch on my phone or something like that for the main event. Or I might just not watch the main card and just save it and not go social media until the night.
Nah, I'm gonna text you. What you about to do?
I'm going to that Revolution concert, bro.
Hey.
You know? So Revolution and who else was on there? Some other. Oh yeah, Kali Buds.
That's in Santa Cruz.
No, it's in Mountain View.
Once again, the
area.
But yeah, man. You driving out here? Oh, we'll talk about it after.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Join the Smoke Down. Enjoy UFC 305.
Let's get it.
Peace out, y'all.